guys, this is Carefree92928 of Total Pwnage Incorporated. So I was going to spend today working on my next video, and will probably do that anyways after this, but something came up, so consider this a spur-of-the-moment video. Also, I'm not filming myself live action today because I am in my PJs and I have no intention of getting dressed over stupid shit like this. But it is important, and it is something I need to talk about, so I am making a video. It has come to my attention that a game dev by the name of Tim Schafer was one of the hosts of GDC of 2015. Schafer, of course, being famous, or infamous, as the founder of Double Fine Production Studios, as a company that has published cult classic games such as The Grim Fandango, Psychonauts, Brutal Legend, and others. Needless to say, he has a large fan base within the gaming community. At least he did. Now, I'm not so sure. He held a major Kickstarter for his company, desperate for money to keep Double Fine Studios from going under. He made a lot of money, over $3 million in fact. And what did he do with it? Well, very little. Not nearly the amount of stuff he promised within the amount of time he claimed it would be done. Which made a few of his fans really upset. He basically pulled a Sarkeesian. Speaking of Sarkeesian, his fandom has taken yet another hit in the last few months. You see, he has posted support for Anita Sarkeesian a few times. Which is fine, I personally think he's completely uneducated on the topic, but whatever. But when people didn't agree with him and tried to explain not only the problems with Anita's videos, but also his incorrect notions of what GamerGate is and how it started, he completely shrugged them off. And when that didn't work so well, he just started flat out chastising them. Oh, you're for ethics, GamerGator? Okay, fine, sure, I don't see what's ethical about beating women up, but, you know, whatever. You know, that shit that SJWs pull all the fucking time. But look, this isn't what this video's about. People narc on GamerGate all the fucking time, and it's gotten to a point where we just don't care anymore. They can lie out their asses about how GamerGate started as a harassment campaign, a notion that journalists came up to cover their asses when they got caught with their pants down, but that doesn't make it true. They kept trying to group us in with a handful of GamerGate supporters who have resorted to threats, but we know what we stand for. You think GamerGate is just about white, cisgendered, neckbeard, privileged men being whiny over women in the video game industry? Fine, sure. I know a billion black, Asian, female, transgender, gay, Hispanic, mentally and physically disabled gamers who would disagree with you, but we all know you speak on behalf of them because apparently they can't speak for themselves. Which brings me to the main point of this video. During the awards show, he made plenty of jokes about GamerGate, which, considering his past, isn't surprising. But then he did something so horrible, so despicable, so flat-out disempowering, that I and many other YouTubers had to make an emergency video talking about it. He went after #NotYourShield.
Oh! How many GamerGators does it take to make a single piece of armor?
Oh god, I don't know.
50. 1 to do the modeling, 1 to do the materials, and 40 to tweet that it's not your shield.
Okay. Again, I cannot be blamed for what the puppet says.
For those of you who aren't familiar with NotYourShield, it's basically a group of what some people would consider minorities who are sick and tired of being used as a proverbial shield by social justice warriors to deflect criticism whenever they talk on behalf of people they have no right speaking on behalf of. It's basically a sort of anti-social justice warrior movement, in a way. It's no secret that a lot of SJWs consist of college-age white chicks, and that the majority of SJWs in general are white. I think Internet Aristocrat said it best, so I'll just show you what he had to say.
You're seeing a narrative being pushed by extremists, and that's what social justice warriors are. They are not activists. It's not, you know, the LGBT, it's not the transsexuals, it's not the feminists. Social justice warriors will fuck you up no matter what you believe in. They are narcissists, they don't care. They're liars and manipulators, and they will use you to make a profit. That is what they are out to do. That is all they care about doing. And it is a tactic a lot of people have seen. Look at this GamerGate thing, and NotYourShield. Look at the people who've jumped in and talked about this. You've got the most hardcore of conservatives who've been watching this happen and have jumped in and have made commentary saying, this is kind of fucking retarded what the gaming press is doing. You've got, you know, different minorities. You've got gay people and transsexuals, and you've got the straight white male dude bro kind of shit. You've got people far left-leaning. You've got anarchists and communists, people that are in capitalism, people that aren't. It's all these different people, and they're all saying the same thing. We're fucking sick of you pushing this shit on us. Stop. The people you're blaming for ruining everything are sick of hearing it. We just want to play fucking video games. And all those minorities and groups that you say you represent are sick of being used as a human shield to deflect away criticism. Like, social justice warriors use the very thing they're saying they're standing up for as nothing more than a token or a prop. They're the most racist fucking people you'll ever meet, the most sexist fucking people you'll ever meet. They don't give a shit about any of that stuff. They don't care what your cause is. They just want to be able to hold up the black guy and say, you can't say anything to me or I'm going to call you racist. They want to grab the gay guy and say, you're going to say something about me? You're a homophobe. That's how they operate. And that's exactly what you've seen this past 2 weeks. It is exactly what you've seen this past 2 weeks. That is their tactic. That's how they shut people up. Anytime you criticize them, they're the good guys. They're fighting for social justice. That's why the moniker stuck, and that's why it shouldn't fucking disappear. They want to use it, right? When you say the phrase social justice, who's going to say that's bad? That sounds like a good thing. But it's a complete fucking con job. These people are con artists. They're using the newest buzzwords to make the most amount of money. And then you've got the extremists and the narcissists that really buy into the bullshit and drink the Kool-Aid, and they go and they fuck up anything they can touch.
Basically, the core issues with the social justice warrior movement is about holding power over people. Hashtag NotYourShield is about the people who are being used for this, trying to take their voice back. And you don't think this is necessary? Here, let me give you a little story. If you've heard of Zoe Quinn and her quote-unquote game Depression Quest, then you probably know about the giant blow-up over her getting good press for sex and the manipulation through media and so on and so forth. That is a topic for another video, but I wanted to talk about her game. I've played her game, and it is the biggest pile of bullshit I have ever seen in my goddamn life. She peddles this game around as a voice for the mentally ill who suffer from depression. She guilts people into playing this game by saying shit like, people need to understand depression, and depression is a serious problem, and people need to learn to be more supportive of people suffering from it. Which, fair enough, I'm not going to argue with those statements. What I will not support, though, is how she used Robin Williams' suicide to get people to play her game. That's fucking gross. But that's beside the point. Either way, I played it. It was free, why the hell not? What disgusts me about this game is that it is really not accurate. As most of you know by now, I have bipolar, and depression is a serious issue with this illness. I've gone super low before. I've wanted to die. I've scratched up my arms. I've truly believed with all my heart that everybody in my fucking life would be better off without me. I fucking know what depression is like, believe me. And this game is so fucking far from the truth it hurts. I wanted this game to work. I wanted this game to accurately portray my illness. But it didn't. In fact, if anything, it just reinforces the stigma and the stereotypes about the illness that we're constantly fighting against. Zoe Quinn is telling healthy people that people like me are always down, always lonely, always considering killing ourselves, are never fucking happy, and will never be fucking happy, and that we don't want to be treated for our illnesses. You know, all those stereotypes that we've been fighting to shed for our whole lives. And because she's marketing the game towards people who don't have depression and calling it as a tool to educate people, people are going to fucking believe her. People are going to take her game, use it to confirm everything they already believed in the first place, and the very last people these guys are going to come to is us, because apparently people with depression don't really know what depression is. Zoe does. We're just unable to see past our own nose and know what is and is not helpful to us. Fuck, I had a man tell me to my face that I didn't get the game because I have depression, and because I have depression I shouldn't be playing the game because it's not aimed at me, and because I have depression I don't really understand what depression is because I don't have the healthy brain that is needed to really understand the illness I've been suffering from for my entire life, and have been on multiple medications and sent to various doctors to try and figure out and cope. Yep, I have depression, and I'm the very last person who can tell you what having depression is like. Right. You know who else believes that? Zoe. Zoe has been actively trying to censor and block people with depression who voice any sort of opinion besides, "Oh my god, thank you so much, mwah mwah mwah, oh your ass, I love kissing it, mwah mwah." Any person with a mental illness who tried to go to her and tried to tell her that her game was not only not helping us, but actually was being harmful to us, she's actively tried to silence them. A lot. Because this is what social justice warriors are all about. Using a group of people to further their wallets and agenda, and when said group tries to fight back, they silence them. It's not about activism. It's about a mentally healthy person telling the person with a mental illness how mental illness really is, because apparently we're really not intelligent enough to figure that out for ourselves. It's about the white college-age chick telling the black guy what is and isn't racist. It's about the white middle-aged man telling women what they should and should not find sexist. The latter, which has happened to me as well, multiple times. I say I don't have a problem with most GameGate supporters. I'm called naive, defeated, a misogynist, etc., etc. I say I find Bayonetta empowering. Luke Heston says, whatever. This is the shit that NotYourShield is sick of. This is why it is absolutely disgusting that a middle-aged white cis dude is going after us and demeaning us as if we're a bunch of children throwing a temper tantrum. This is exactly why NotYourShield exists. Because we actually have to fight these people who are supposedly standing up for us tooth and nail for the opportunity to speak for our damn selves. Because we're not children. We're human beings with feelings and morals, and we're completely capable of sticking up for ourselves. So please stop using our group to make money and deflect criticism. Fuck you very much. You need to listen to us, not the other way around. The straight chick doesn't get to tell the gay dude what he finds offensive. The man does not get to tell the woman what she has to support in order to be a feminist. The SJWs are not activists. They're scan artists who are hiding behind us to protect themselves, and we're fucking sick of it. Like I and many other GamerGate supporters are saying, whatever. Want to spend half your time hosting GDC 2015, making fun of GamerGate? Fine, be our fucking guest. Nothing against us if you decide to make yourselves out to be the ignorant person you are. But how fucking dare you go after a group of people who are just fighting to have our voices heard? And if that wasn't bad enough, he's now blocking any and all members of this group he has offended, all of them just upset because he took their voices away. They asked him for acknowledgement that they exist as people, and what did he do? Ignore them, just like the other people NotYourShield is fighting against. Tim Schafer, fuck you. You deserve any and all criticism you get for this. You deserve to be ridiculed. You deserve to be punished. You deserve to lose the respect people had for you, because not only did you literally shut an entire group of people up, but you also did it as shitty as fucking possible. Seriously, what the fuck kind of joke was that? I could fucking do better than that. Hey guys. How many Tim Schafers does it take to release a Double Fine game on time? No, seriously. How many Tim Schafers does it take to release a Double Fine game on time? Clearly one isn't enough. Hey guys. How many toilets did it take for Tim Schafer to flush $3 million down? Hey guys. Who has a brain made of cotton, looks fucking stupid, and says a bunch of offensive jokes about minorities? That douchebag holding the sock puppet! Okay, I'm done. Schafer is an ass, but don't worry. I think he'll be the butt of the joke for a long time to come. Anyways guys, this is GameFreak92928 of Total Pwnage Incorporated. Thanks for watching. Check out our Facebook page and our Patreon page, and I think that's it. Cause I'm not conformist enough to have Twitter. See you guys.